Hello, grade 6. Today's lesson it's about the land called Nubia. The ancient land known as Nubia stretched along the Nile River from the southern border of Egypt to the city of Khartoum in Sudan. It was in ancient Nubia that in about 2000 BC the Kush civilization began to develop. Because Egypt and Nubia were neighboring lands, the people of each place adopted some of the ideas and costumes of the other. The geography of the two lands couldn't have been more different. Like Egyptians, most Nubians live alongside the Nile. The Nile is the main source of water, and they believed that it was their life giver, a wealth of resources. Long before Kush civilization formed, the Nubians had established agricultural communities in the region. While most Egyptians worked as farmers, many Nubians chose to be cattle herders. In fact, cattle owners were often the richest and most powerful people in all of Nubia. These herders were pastoral nomads who moved their herds from place to place with the season. Only a small number of Nubians were farmers. With the Nubians' rocky land were many resources including copper and gold. Like the Egyptian and other people, the Nubians used the clay to craft pottery. Nubian trade. The Nubians' location between northern Africa and southern Africa made it an ideal trading center. From the south, Nubians imported or brought in items such as ivory, spices, feathers, and gold, and then they exported or sent out these same items to the north. Freedom and reconquest. Egypt controlled Nubia didn't last long. At the same time, a powerful kingdom arose in southern Nubia and began to drive the Egyptians out of the Nubian land. The ancient Egyptians called the new kingdom Kush. Historians today call it the kingdom of Kerma. Sudan is today. The Kushites has regained their freedom from Egypt. The same was not as good for the Egyptians, especially since the Hyksos controlled northern Egypt. To keep the Egyptians from invading his kingdom, the Kushite king decided to become supporter of the Hyksos. Egyptians regained their land and destroyed Kush's capital city of Kerma. Following their military successes, the Egyptians claimed control of Kush of Nubia. Under Egyptian rule, the Kushites were encouraged to become much more like the Egyptians. Many Kushites adopted Egyptian writing costumes and the way of dressing. That's it. Thank you so much, grade 6, for listening.